Are you a fan of the amount of faction stuff in this game? In New Vegas specifically is what I'm trying to say. Like, I know that in Fallout 4 we've already sort of seen a few hints at stuff.
Well, like there's the Enclave, the Brotherhood of Steel, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but then we've also seen I forget their name now, but it's like the smart people in that like ridiculously high level city. We probably have some sort of caravan faction and stuff. All right, but this game, New Vegas, was very centric on it.
It was kind of, yeah, it was almost black and white. It was like you're either NCR or you're Caesar's Legion, and
the Greymane or Battleborn.
Greymane or Battleborn. Which is kind of funny that you brought up when you were saying locking off parts of the game to yourself, because I instantly thought of the one time I played. I did a playthrough of Caesar's Legion, and I played a female character for that. And it's funny because Caesar's Legion, like in the lore,
they're prejudiced.
The men are the powerful ones. The women are all like in service, basically.
Yeah.
Either like sex slaves or they take care of the young or that sort of thing. And
so you were locked off.
I actually got locked out of one of the features. It wasn't like you could still complete the entirety of the Caesar's Legion storyline.
Right.
But the part that was locked off was just this little thing. There's like a fighter's pit in the middle of his camp, and you can go in and you can I guess they bet on fights on you or whatever.
Right.
And then you can fight stuff. And I wasn't allowed to do that because I was a woman.
What the heck?
So it's just a small thing, but it's like Bethesda actually recorded lines of dialogue of the guy denying you the ability to enter the pit because you're a woman. He's like, no, you're not gonna. He's like, you don't let women do this sort of thing.
That's crazy. Like I just can't imagine making the choices and recording them all and being like, what if the character or what if the player does this path? What if the player does this path? And literally recoding the same section
same situation
over and
for
over.
16 different events. Like in the event that this happens, yeah, it's nuts. Because that's what Fallout 4 is gonna be like. Apparently, they said that all of the dialogue is all contextual and it's all different and dynamic. And
then you recorded the names.
That's Todd Howard's favorite word is dynamic.
Probably.
I think it's his favorite word.
Well, I think he's trying to literally make a world. Like in this world, we dynamically respond. I don't know exactly what I'm going to say next. You know what I mean? He's trying to almost emulate a real experience.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to make it so that every time you play the game, it's going to be... Jesus, calm down, bud. Every time you play the game, it's going to be different, right? Like, you're going to talk to Codsworth and say, first time you see him, you're like, holy fuck, it's been 200 years? All right, go get me food. Or,
yeah.
You're still here, or where is everybody?
Or you just shoot him.
Yeah. Hey, it's Codsworth, and you pull out your 10mm pistol.
I find it weird too in Bethesda games. I almost become sentimental about things. I keep the unique stuff. I want to know if things are unique. I don't want to shoot Codsworth because he's a cool character. I don't want Deputy Weld outside of Megaton to die because he's a unique protection. I don't know what it is. I think I'm trying to keep the world alive or whether I'm sentimental over it. But there's something about a Bethesda game that makes me care about the specific things. Whereas where if you contrast to another game where you kind of build things and move things around is MGS actually, Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm like, oh, that guy's dead. Oh, whatever. Oh, I don't care if this guy's
not
dead.
Invested as much in the story.
Yeah, actually in the training mission, I failed the training mission for Fultoning people because I grabbed a guy and was like, I wonder if I can throw him off the rig and just tossed him.
I did the same thing.
But damn it. But I would have never did that in a Bethesda game. I would have been like, no, I don't want to hurt this guy. He's all right.
I don't know. I kind of like all the soldiers on the rig. It's like, you walk up and they're like, thank you, sir, and they salute you.
They're all saluting you. You're like a god to them. You're like the god soldier sort of thing.
Pretty much. And they're all talking about you as you're walking around.
Yeah.
Kojima's really cool with that little stuff. But, yeah.
Now, the Bethesda is obviously very big on big worlds.
Yes.
And the large maps that are open to explore, basically to your heart's content. And you see things in the distance. You can see that. Looks like a roller coaster there to your left. And you're seeing cool things. In Fallout 4, and specifically in the special videos, we saw I forget which special skill it is, but we saw a little clip of a Pip-Boy saying you get around with ease, and he's on a little car, a little toy car, like a joke.
Yeah.
And then we also saw in the actual E3 presentation, and I think in a trailer maybe, we saw you throw the smoke grenade, the Vertibird comes down, you get in.
Yep.
Do you think that we're going to see some sort of personal troop or personal vehicle rather specifically. And that we kind of already saw like a troop movement thing, like that's sort of like you get in there and you get into your vertibird, you have your gun and you can shoot at things, maybe as a support thing. But do you think there's going to be a vehicle of some sort, maybe a scooter, maybe a car? Because in Fallout 2 you did drive a Corvega, I think it was.
I wouldn't see why not. Like, they seem to have wanted to put absolutely every possibility into Fallout 4.
Right.
So, it wouldn't surprise me to see it.
Now, I was talking with, I think it was Marty, which is on the Day One Patch podcast, and in some of our Let's Plays as well. And it was a long time ago now. This is when Fallout 4 was announced, so months and months ago now. And I believe it was him and I were discussing the world of Bethesda games, and specifically the Fallout series. And he was saying, and I think Todd Howard may have actually mentioned this after, I think we had a discussion about it after too, is that a vehicle might take away from the game. So, like, as an example, if I saw... in this game, actually, in New Vegas right now, if I saw that big handshaking statue in the distance, I might hop in my car, get on the road, and like rip right to
it. Yeah.
But as you're walking, you might go into this desert. You might go into this random gas station, et cetera, et cetera.
Like, the context of your transportation might dictate where you go in the world.
Exactly, because I find that in Bethesda games, they try not to have too much open space, like just due to the fact that the world is massive. There's a lot of open space, but like everything is almost within reach. Like no matter where you are in the world, you see something in the distance.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh, there's a mountain range. Oh, there's something flashing over there. There's a roller coaster. There's a creature. Why is there a dust storm over there? There's there's like always something interesting. So I'm just wondering whether they're gonna do because the world is so big this time, apparently bigger than Skyrim, whether they're going to be doing the vehicle just due to sheer size, or whether they want to sort of keep it walk.
I can see that. I mean, there's still going to be fast traveling, obviously. It's been in every game.
Of course, yes.
I find the most fun, like in Skyrim and in games that are the game worlds, is where you don't fast travel.
You and I did this for a bit in Skyrim, I remember, when it was about a year old, I think.
Yeah, and you did no fast travel.
So many random events that we've never seen.
Exactly, yeah, because you just come across stuff that you never would have otherwise, and it's like, that's the whole point of doing it. And like, yeah, it's really, really irritating when you're doing the Thieves Guild at the very beginning, because they're like, go to Markarth, now go all the way back to Riften, now go all the way up north,
that's really annoying.
Like, that was a lot, and you absolutely would need to have a horse. But like, doing a no fast travel run, and that includes the carriages as well. Not allowed to use those because that's technically fast traveling.
Yep.
It's just like lore friendly.
It's just paid one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like helps you feel better about fast traveling kind of thing. It made me buy a horse for the first time. So like I never bought a horse because I'm like, well, there's no point in wasting money on a horse when I can fast travel, and I just get Shadowmere at the end of the Dark Brotherhood anyway. Like halfway through the Dark Brotherhood.
But all right, game just stopped rendering.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, the game's old, right?
It's an older game. Yeah, there you go.
They can try and patch everything. There was a lot of work with this game, that's for sure.
Oh god.
But like, yeah, no fatal flaws yet. I was actually surprised because on the PC version, you actually still get sometimes some mobs stuck inside rocks and stuff.
Like I did throughout my entire experience, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think I beat it within like a week or something.